They made us wait 2 years for these episodes. Was it worth it? Let's talk about this real colorism episode.
You want to be in a beauty pageant? Yeah!
They're all light-skinned girls.
Bingo.
Dijonay didn't get picked because she's dark-skinned, Mama.
Classic case of colorism. They gave her the brown paper bag test. What?
What? Did you make Dijonay take a brown paper bag test?
Yes, and she failed miserably.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm back with another Proud Family video. Yes, I can say that. Season 3 just dropped. And I know a lot of y'all were waiting. I was waiting. It's been 2 years. But it's back. And we all seen the trailer. And we all seen that particular scene when Trudy was telling Dijonay her skin color is beautiful. So that led a lot of us to think, oh, is it going to be a colorism episode? Like a real colorism episode where Zoe is not the scapegoat? He rejects all of them.
Sorry, but I was talking to her.
And goes straight to Zoe to ask her to the dance, which even she has a hard time believing. The rest all look in shock as they had assumed Noah would be attracted to them the most. And lo and behold, they gave us a real, authentic colorism episode. And just from the title alone, the shade of it all, I'm like, all right. Like, I was like rubbing my hands like, all right, like, let's see what they do. Because they dropped the ball with the last one they tried to do when it come to like a romantic interest, and it had Zoe, and then all the girls are mad, and oh, she's white, and he only like white girls. They dropped the ball with that. Now this one, when it comes to the idea of a beauty pageant, I feel like that's where the Proud Family excels. When they have messages and themes and concepts around that, like a beauty pageant. Oh, and Dijonay is the focus. You know, Dijonay, along with Oscar, they're usually the butt of the jokes. You know, the dark-skinned buffoons of the show. Something bad is always happening to them. Everybody's always laughing at them, not with them. For Dijonay to be elevated in this episode because of what she goes through and how she feels being ostracized for being dark-skinned, it's like, wow, is this their redemption? Let's talk about it. I'm gonna get straight to the point, straight to the main points. The episode starts off with Dijonay wanting to swim. Her swimming pool broke, and you know, her brothers and sisters want to come, so she comes to Penny's house.
Please, Penny, please. Okay.
Penny invites her in to swim. When they get in, they see Trudy with this lady who she reveals to be one of her older sorority sisters from back in the day.
I want you to meet my sorority sister, Miss Rosa Lee Davenport.
Her name is Miss Rosa Lee, and you can tell she has like that bougie type of thing to her, that bougie look and attitude and way of presenting herself. And this talks of this pageant that has been a tradition in the sorority. Now she's presenting it to Trudy, and she looks at Penny like, wow, you'll be perfect for this.
She'll be perfect, Trudy.
But as you can see, and throughout the episode, Penny is not really interested. Dijonay shows interest, and she asks us to join, and you can see where the conflict is going.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, girl. Ask her if I can be in it too.
Is it okay that Dijonay applied for the pageant too?
Sorry, dear. It's an
Of course.
So now it's known that Penny and Dijonay are potential candidates for this beauty pageant. They're at lunch talking about it, and the principal comes over to them and she starts making jokes. Like, you know, oh, Penny, congratulations. But when she finds out Dijonay is considered to be in the beauty pageant, she starts laughing like, oh, please.
I'm going to be in a beauty pageant too, Principal Hightower.
For real?
People don't take Dijonay serious when it comes to her aesthetic, her beauty. It's like, oh, please, you in the beauty pageant? And I want to bring into perspective how Maya is at the table with them at lunch, and she's reading a book called The Vanishing Half. The Vanishing Half is about two sisters, two light-skinned sisters, who, when they grow up, they live different lives. One of them try to pass as white. They marry white, and they try to live that white lifestyle as a white woman, even though she's really mixed. The other sister lives her life as a mixed woman, a black woman. It's a perfect tie-in to the idea that whiteness lighter skin is elevated in society back then and even now. And throughout these days, you can see Dijonay really practicing and taking it serious. She has the books on her head, trying to balance her perfect posture and posing. And Penny is just kind of nonchalant about it, like, whatever.
Penny! Hold up! Why you got all them books on your head? Practicing my pageant one.
Fast forward to right before she's about to go in to meet with Ms. Rosalie and the other judges. Trudy comes to the rescue in her ambulance and gives Dijonay an emergency makeover.
Mama!
That won't do. Step inside my office.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown!
Wait, one more thing. These are for you, Dijonay.
You're like a fairy godmother, but black.
And this is where I want to talk about Trudy being a light-skinned savior. And I know a lot of people, y'all know what that means. Some people, you might need more clarity. What do y'all think about me doing a separate video after this about Trudy being the light-skinned savior? Specifically in this episode, but just in the series overall. So Trudy gives her the makeover, and I gotta say, the makeover was nice, but one of my gripes with this episode is I feel like the makeover could have made Dijonay she looked nice, but it made her look too mature. Like, okay, she's going in for a beauty pageant. Why you got her, like Marco said, looking like Michelle Obama? Like, she could have did like a nice little style, had a nice little sparkly dress, outfit. They made her look like she's running for like Congress or something, but it is what it is.
Yes, Dijonay, this outfit is giving me Michelle Obama at the inauguration.
She goes in to talk to them, basically audition for the beauty pageant, and it's Ms. Rosalie and two twins. They're all light-skinned, by the way.
So tell us about yourself. About me?
As she's talking to them, you can tell Dijonay's nervous. She doesn't know what to say, and she almost just rejects herself until she finds this last-minute confidence and tells them about herself. And they end up liking her. The twins even say it's one of the best speeches they heard.
Don't know what to say. I attend Willie T. Ribbs Middle School. I'm a social media advocate and I'm on the debate team. I'll never forget the faces of the people who gave me a chance to make all my dreams come true.
The debate team. Well, what were you, the water girl?
Best interview ever! So much fun. So much fun.
Ms. Rosalie claps along with them, but she doesn't really have a over-the-top reaction for a reason. Fast forward. They're at lunch, and the results of this beauty pageant audition comes out. Who got selected, who didn't, right? Now, Dijonay's nervous to check. She tells Penny to. As Penny checks, it becomes blatantly clear that Dijonay was the only dark-skinned girl to audition, and she was the only one rejected.
No. I'm sorry, Dijonay.
Maya and Michael sums it up perfectly.
They're all light-skinned girls.
Bingo. They all took their picture next to a brown paper bag.
Girl, no!
Oh my God.
And that roll call picture of Dijonay being the only rejected one in the middle exemplifies the rejection of darker skin in society. Dijonay is surrounded by all these light-skinned, ambiguous looking girls. She's the only one rejected. And in some sense, I heard this analogy. She was like the bug in a cup of white milk. She was like an eyesore. She was like the one that stuck out in a bad way. They still entertain her interest just because. But as we come to find out, Ms. Rosalie wasn't going to pick her from the get-go. She didn't want her. She wanted Penny, the light-skinned one. She didn't want Dijonay, but she entertained her. But she wasn't ever going to pick her because she didn't look the part. She wasn't fit enough to be in a beauty pageant of her standard. To tie into what else Maya said about them doing a brown paper bag test, wow, when they did that, at first I didn't even realize that those drawings next to them were a brown paper bag. But I'm like, damn, they took it way back to like hundreds of years ago, 50, 100 years ago, where they were doing this, the brown paper bag test. You know how a brown paper bag has like that medium lighter shade of brown? If you were lighter than that, you pass. If you were darker than that, you failed. And basically it was like a social hierarchy of like who got to be in these clubs, who got granted access to certain privileges, who got rejected. If you were too dark, you can't sit with us, darky. Now, if you were light enough, if you were lighter than the brown paper bag, you got access to this, access to that, privileges to all kind of things, and you got more romantic partners interested in you. That's just what it was. If you were darker than the brown paper bag, it was just like you got the scraps. Whatever you can get over there, good luck. We're up here, darky. I love the historical context they use with this because this is a real thing that happened. This happened within social clubs, sororities, fraternities, all kind of things. Just to even get in like to entertainment places, you know, even in the entertainment industry, it happened. It's still kind of happening today, but it's just not with the brown paper bag. It's just with people seeing you. They already have this undertone of what they think about you before you know it. You know, if you're too dark, they'll entertain you, but it's like, I'm not picking her for this. I'm not picking him for this. If you're light, it's like, oh, before you even talk to them, you already got the role. You already got the part. You already got a certain whatever. But they'll entertain it just because that's the quote unquote, you know, the nice thing to do. But they already have their mind made up based on your skin tone, based on how you look. This happens a lot within the black community, within the entertainment industry, when you're going on auditions, when you're looking for romantic partners. People scrolling through dating apps, they're like, she too dark, she too dark. Oh, okay, this works. Am I lying? This is where I was like, wow, the Proud family is really picking it up from last season because y'all know. Those of y'all that been watching, those of y'all that watched the show, y'all watched my videos from last year, y'all know it was just messy. They had a right idea, but the execution was messy. With this, the beauty pageant idea, it was perfect. And it's just like that old idea. Miss Rosalie represented that old way of thinking. Like even within black communities, we were already ostracized, you know, within the, you know, it was, you know, white supremacy, superiority, racism, Jim Crow, all these things going on. But then you had within the black community, people ostracizing themselves because you're too dark. We don't want to associate ourselves with you. Okay, all the light skins come this way. Darkies, be gone. Vamos.
That doesn't make no sense.
The friend group is all mad. They realize what's going on, and everybody's just like, what? Dijonay got rejected because she's too dark? She failed the brown paper bag test? Even Michael was like, what is this, 1924? They come home, and they let Trudy know. Trudy gets upset, but I really like this scene because it showed how sometimes even Trudy, as a light-skinned woman herself, and she have like lighter eyes, you know, to her it's like, you know, she knows she's cute, she knows she's a beautiful woman, she has that aesthetic that most men or most people would gravitate towards, but she was oblivious to the fact that she's even light-skinned. She called herself brown-skinned.
I was in the pageant, and I'm brown-skinned.
Trudy? You light-skinned.
I have this debate all the time. I see people saying like, oh, this celebrity, they're not light-skinned, they dark-skinned. Oh, this celebrity, she's not light-skinned, she's brown-skinned. Trudy doing that, just, it was like a representation of people having all these opinions of what qualifies as a certain shade. Trudy didn't even think of herself as a light-skinned until Oscar had to show her.
Yeah, they're dark-skinned. But look at you, Hallie.
She was in denial. She was like, oh no, not Miss Rosalie, da-da-da-da. Just goes to show Trudy was oblivious.
Oh, you're mistaken, Maya. My sorority would never do that.
They gave her the brown paper bag test.
What?
What?
I'm sorry. Your skin color is a gift.
So with this, now Trudy gets upset. She goes to confront Miss Rosalie at the sorority. And you see her, she's sitting there with her little bougie attitude. She has all the light-skinned girls, some of the light-skinned girls chosen, practicing the balance of books on their head. And Trudy is like, going back and forth with her like, oh, you rejected Dijonay because she's too dark? And then Miss Rosalie is like, that's how it's always been.
Oh, I'm going to have a little chit-chat with Miss Rosalie. Did you make Dijonay take a brown paper bag test?
She failed miserably.
Why would you do that?
It's just what we do, dear. Dijonay is cute for a brown-skinned girl.
But what?
That's it.
Now, you done pissed me off.
And then the real kicker, this is where I feel like they really redeeming themselves because they pay attention to what people talk about, what people discuss, what black women and men have discussed when it comes to the colorism topic, even within our own community especially, where she says, oh, Dijonay, she's cute for a brown-skinned girl. That's it. How many women have heard that? I've seen this discussion many times where guys, even guys as dark as me, darker than them, will come up to them, or, you know, they'll be talking to them or texting them or talking to them or whatever. And the comment would be like, oh, you cute for a dark girl. You cute for a dark-skinned girl. Like, usually I don't date dark-skinned girls, but I'll make an exception for you because you're actually cute. Most of them are ugly. Most of them are not that attractive. With light-skinned girls, you don't really hear that. You're cute for a light-skinned girl. Has anybody really ever heard that? Really? You're cute for a Spanish girl. Has anybody ever heard that? Really? Hey, let's talk about this down below. Let me know down below in the comments, because it's like this episode, like I was thinking about, like my mind was spinning. It was going in circles because I'm like, there's so many different things to talk about, so many discussions to have, to tackle. Talk about this down below. Y'all experiences with colorism, and you know, when it comes to dating, when it comes to friendships, when it comes to just hearing people say stuff about dark this, light that, and just seeing the differences in how people react to just your skin tone and how you get treated versus how other people get treated. Moving along, you just tell Miss Rosalie is just stuck in those old ways of thinking, those destructive ways of thinking. It's like, you know, she's cute, but she's not light enough. Sorry, what you want me to do about it? And then Trudy, perfect setup. There's a nice looking dark chocolate cake sitting next to her. She throws it in her face like, oh, sorry, it's chocolate. Is that too dark for you? I know you're not gonna like that. It's like, wow. Now you don't pass the brown paper bag test. Like, now how do you feel?
I guess now you don't pass the test.
Even though it was like a gag and it was like, okay, it's just cake. When she wipes it off, her skin tone is still light. It's just like, how do you feel somebody telling you you're not worthy enough because your skin tone is darker, because you look darker now? It's stupid. It's pointless. It's useless. It's unnecessary. It never made sense.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
With this, I like how they also did this brown paper pageant. And at first, I was like, why did they call it that?
Somebody ought to put on a pageant where they can invite everybody.
Invite girls of all shades and sizes. Boys, too. The brown paper bag pageant.
All black girls and boys welcome.
But it's reclaiming that term, reclaiming that word, or reclaiming that whole idea of passing the brown paper bag test. Where it's like, no, everybody's accepted. All shades are accepted, no matter if you're lighter or darker than the brown paper bag. It's like reclaiming the word, reclaiming the term, and turning it into something else. Where it's like, okay, they threw their own pageant. Everybody was accepted.
Mocha chocolate with the ya.
They made a social media video about it. It went viral. People went to the pageant. Nobody was going to Miss Rosalie's pageant, her old traditional brown paper bag, only light-skinned girls pageant. Nobody was going to that. Even the two twins was like, you gotta update your mindset.
Your anachronistic commitment to light-skinned beauty being better than dark-skinned beauty. Deuces.
They all end up going to the pageant that Dijonay and Penny and Trudy and everybody else threw. I also want to point out how they almost made it seem like Dijonay was bitter, and it could have been like that bitter dark-skinned girl thing where she told them, all the light-skinned girls that came over, oh, only people darker than this bag can be in the pageant. But she crumpled it up and threw it away. Like, that was the whole point of it. Everybody's accepted.
You're in too, because we accept everyone in this pageant.
Reluctantly, Miss Rosalie makes her way over into the crowd, and as soon as she comes in, she's able to witness Dijonay's grand entrance. And they did this perfectly. Y'all know, some of y'all that been watching me, y'all know I had that Michael Jackson profile picture for years. That's my profile picture, right? They had Dijonay coming perfectly with the books balanced perfectly on her head. Remember, she been trying to balance those books the whole episode. At the end, she nailed it. And not only that, she had on this nice little outfit, and she was moonwalking while balancing the books on her head.
You are all beautiful.
And that just opened up Miss Rosalie's eyes and like, wow, I rejected her, and look how amazing she is. I was just worried about her skin tone, but she's talented. Miss Rosalie has that epiphany moment. She tries to go and apologize to Trudy. Trudy's like, nah, you owe apology to Dijonay.
I'm not the one you need to apologize to.
She apologizes to Dijonay finally, and then they make amends, they start dancing, and the episode ends. All I have to say is, wow. The Proud family really redeemed themselves with this one, right? You know, a lot of people were like, oh, how's this gonna be? Oh, it's gonna suck. Oh, they don't know how to do these episodes right, these topics right. Using the beauty pageant, like I said earlier, was a perfect vehicle to get this discussion started when it comes to beauty standards. When it comes to romantic life and, you know, choosing a partner and having boyfriend, girlfriend, and having a preference, that is too much debate with that. But when it comes to like a beauty pageant, it's like, wow, you rejected her because she's dark skinned?
You talking about class? You got a lot of nerve.
The fact is, there's many people that still think like that today. When it comes to like, you know, dating or, you know, job interviews, going for whatever, trying to join certain clubs, you know, even in entertainment industry, trying to audition for certain roles, people already have this preconceived notion. As soon as you walk in the room, they look at you, they look at your skin tone, they look at your aesthetic, they look at your hair, they look at how you dress, and they're like, no. Or they're like, she's the one. He's the one. And colorism is something that's rampant. It's still going on, not just within the black community, with many different communities in many different countries. On basically all the continents, I can say, where it's just like, that's just something it's ingrained within people. You know, whether you grow up thinking a certain way, looking a certain way, feeling a certain way, you just see how other people treat people, you just get these ideals. And like I said, when it comes to like the romantic part, you can have a preference, but it's just a lot of colorism comes from what people were taught, what people grew up seeing, the media, all kind of things. Even with me, colorism is a thing where a lot of black women face, like this episode, black women and black girls face, like this episode stated. But you can't ignore black men, black boys face colorism too. I did a whole video about it like 2 years ago. Like, how many of us in school, you know, all my black guys watching this, black girl, anybody, you in school, how many of y'all heard the black jokes, dark skin jokes? How many times the teacher turned off the light and, oh, Tony, I can't see Tony. Oh yeah, all I see is his teeth. Mostly just black people, Spanish people. That's all my classes consisted of. The occasional Asian, occasional white person. But a lot of these jokes came from other black people. Oh, I can't see you. Oh. You know, the African booty scratcher jokes. Like, all of these jokes targeted at a darker skin tone, having a darker skin tone. And when it comes to dating and who's attractive, who's cute, who's not, like I said, I made a whole video about that. I'm gonna leave it down for y'all below. And I just want to know, what did y'all think about this episode? Do you think this was a redemption from their last colorism episode where they had Zoe as a scapegoat? Personally, for me, I enjoyed the episode, right? I really enjoyed the episode. And it just opened my eyes to a lot of different things and a lot of different ideas. I'm like, damn, I forgot about the brown paper bag until they mentioned it. Like, that's something I learned about, I was taught about, but I was like, damn, the brown paper bag test? Whoa, like, that brought me back. I'm like, damn. My only thing with this episode is like, okay, Trudy was the one that was fighting for Dijonay. In a sense, she was the light-skinned savior of this episode. It made sense in the context of her being the one to introduce Dijonay and Penny to Miss Rosalie and having her in the pageant and making everything happen, giving her the makeover. But it's like, where was Dijonay's mother? Dijonay's mother couldn't be the one encouraging Dijonay. It had to be Trudy, Penny's mother, the light-skinned one with that aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have had a scene where Dijonay go home and tell her mother, oh, they don't want me in the pageant, and her mother has a nice talk with her. But instead, it's Trudy. But I'm going to get more into that in the next video.
No one should ever make you feel like you're anything other than the beautiful young woman you are.
Proud Family Season 3 came back with a bang. This episode dealing with colorism, I say they hit the nail on the head. What did y'all think about it? Please let me know your thoughts down below. I can't wait to get this discussion started with y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.